Ntantla, that's correct. We're currently in Witbank in Emalahleni in Mpumalanga. Now, what you're currently seeing here is Yusuf Omar, who's the owner of Omar's Motor Den, and the SIU is currently here as well. And there's been a bit of a commotion, and we actually did speak to him, and he claims that the vehicle that the SIU was here to repossess, a Bentley vehicle, from what we understand, he says that that vehicle is not here. However, the SIU says they've got evidence, picture and video footage of the car being in this very floor. He has also claimed that the SIU is not doing things correctly. They're not doing things in the manner in which they're supposed to be doing it. He claims that the vehicle is not here. However, the special investigating units say that they have seen this floor. It was just a few weeks scuffle earlier here this property, and that not even the police could have access. However, speaking to him, he claims that the SIU has been targeting him unfairly, and he claims that these vehicles, or that Bentley that the SIU alleges to have been sold on about 3 or 4 occasions at about 3 million rand each time. We will just listen into what the SIU has to say at the moment.
2 orders this morning. There was an order that was granted at 11 o'clock. And this is pursuant to the order that was initially granted, because we found that there was a violation, there was a disregard to the order that was initially granted. So what we are seeing here, it is not necessary. What is happening here is not supposed to be happening, because we are simply here to execute a court order. And that shows that there was as part of the investigation into the Tembisa Hospital irregularities, there was an order preserving the assets. So we found that sometime around the 12th of May, through the curator bonus that we have appointed, we found that there was a movement in relation to the vehicle as one of the preserved assets. And what we are here to do is to ensure that that order that was granted, to the effect that there is also a need to arrest. That is what the court judgment is actually saying. Basically, we are here to also take that car, but also the order further directs that in case of any difficulty, the owner of this property that we are at should appear before court sometime early in July. I think it is around the 3rd of July, wherein to answer as to why he should not be held in contempt, because what we are seeing here basically is to be in contempt of the court, to fail to implement the safeguards by the preservation order.
I understand that this car has been sold for more than 4 times.
Yes, the investigation actually found that pursuant to the preservation order, the car has actually moved from one dealer to the other. And what actually is happening is that there was never a physical movement of the vehicle. It's only money that has exchanged hands. So in some instances, it's about 4 times that the car actually never left the dealership, but money had been paid. And one of these instances is that when the curator was actually doing a routine check in relation to the e-notice, that is where they picked up that indeed the car had been sold, and hence the photographs and hence the order that we are here for.
Yeah, Ntantla, I think we're just going to go and see what is currently. We do understand that we saw the owner of the dealership running to his office, is what it looks as though he's trying to stop the police from entering. At this stage, what the SIU are trying to ascertain is whether or not that vehicle is indeed on this floor, as the SIU had claimed. And this is what everyone is trying to ascertain at this stage. We spoke to Yusuf Omar, who is currently the manager here. He claims that this is a family business. We spoke to him earlier, and he claimed that the vehicle is not here. It was long moved. However, the SIU says they've got evidence stating that this vehicle was sold more than 4 times, and each time that vehicle would not physically move from the dealership. Only transactions, multiple transactions of money moving in and out of different accounts. There's some kind of a negotiation happening in here. Not too certain if we'd be able to hear. However, the SIU basically just wishing that Omar could give them some information. We're going to try and see if that vehicle is not here on this floor. We've been looking around, and we do see a Bentley vehicle actually on the floor. It seems as though it might be the vehicle. Someone just pointed it out, but this is the vehicle, it seems, in Nhlanhla, that is at the core of this raid today. This is the car that has been sold over 4 times, we understand. And it seems as though it's still in good condition from what we can tell. However, we'll just wait for the SIU to confirm whether or not this is the vehicle. It's the only Bentley on the dealership floor, and you'd also notice quite a number of luxury vehicles that are being sold here. And if this is the Bentley that is in question, this would then say that the owner of the dealership was dishonest in saying that the car is not in the possession of Omar's motor den. However, the SIU saying they had picture evidence as well as video footage to show that this is the car that has been here since last year, October, when the SABC broke the story of the raid that took place on Oxford Road. Now, that's where one of Maumela's homes were raided last year, October. This vehicle was then brought to this dealership, and since then, it's been in the hands of multiple people as well as entities and companies. The SIU claimed that this vehicle is currently owned by Lutara Trading, and they also claim that that entity, that company, is owned by the sister of Hangwani Maumela. That's just the information that the SIU has given us at this stage. So we'll be on the ground to actually confirm whether or not this is the Bentley in question, whether or not this is the vehicle that the SIU has come here to repossess in Nhlanhla. There's some negotiation happening inside the office there where the owner as well as the manager and police officers, we also saw quite a number of them trying to stop what looked like a fight earlier on. We saw the police just trying to calm the owner down as he was trying to ensure that no one gets access into the dealership. But that's the information that we have at the moment in Nhlanhla. We'll be on the ground to give you an